Hello and welcome back to another video. Okay, so we are on our way back to a familiar site. If you remember back a couple of videos ago, we went to a vet's and I tried jetting to remove a lump of limescale or similar. Not quite sure what it is still, but yeah, tried to remove a big lump of something obstructing the rest bend at the bottom of the stack, and the jetter wasn't moving it. Now, I wanted to machine that job, I couldn't do it, and the simple reason for that is my transformer decided to start tripping the electric. So I need a new one of those, so I've got a new one and we're going to go back to that site now. Okay, so I just checked back and that video was up on the 25th of July and it was called Another Trip to the Vets, What Is This? I thought I'll tell you now because I'll forget to leave a link to it in this video, so yeah, look that one up if you want to see what happened previously. Okay, just in case you're wondering what else is happening in this video, there's also going to be some flooded toilets and also an oil spill cleanup in some services.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
Okay, so although I already know what's wrong here, I'm going to stick the camera in so you guys can see it again. Okay, so straight in front of us we've got the kitchen sink connecting in, we have the toilet connecting in, and then we go into this cast pipe here. Now, as you camera down to the bottom, there is a solid lump of something obstructing it and causing ongoing blockages. Now, I've tried jetting it, the jet didn't touch it. Like I said, you can go back and watch that in the last video. But this time we're going to try and machine it and see if we can get it clear that way. So I'm going to put some earplugs in simply because this is quite a confined space and that isn't the quietest of machines. So yeah, I don't want to go deaf. So I've just realised the last engineer who used this has left the auto feed really loose on the front, so I'm just going to do the bolts up here. They only need to be hand tight, just enough to hold it. And we'll get the cable in the stack and start cutting. So I'm just going to run the sink, just try and get a bit of water going down there, hopefully wash anything away that I cut off. But it's not going through in a hurry, so I think this isn't going to be a 5-minute job. So basically it's just a case of letting the cutter just slowly chip away at what's causing the blockage, and hopefully eventually we'll get through it. So of course I'm not going to make you watch loads of machining, so I'm going to fast forward it on a little bit for you until we put the camera in. So I think we have taken off a little piece at the top, but it's barely even noticeable. So there's definitely lots more work to do here. But we'll get through it. Right, so the Spartan throwing machine's going back in, and we're going to give it another go. Time to have another look. Okay, it's not going through half as quick as I'd like it to, but you can see a bit more of an indent in it, so we are getting through it, and whatever happens, this has to come out one way or another. So we're just going to have to keep going until it's gone. Right, so same again. So this shows you how little space I've got to work in here because of the amount of junk they've got wedged in this toilet. That's not particularly big anyway. So it looks like we made a bit of a bigger dent in this scale, but there's still a lot to go. So once again, it was back in with the machine. So what do you reckon? Have we done it this time? So again, it looks better, but it's still not quite good enough. I'm still not happy with it because that's still going to cause blockages. Now, I wish the machine did spin at this speed because I would get through the blockages a lot quicker. It looks like we're getting pretty close to it being more usable without blocking. I can actually get past the scale now, and I can camera all the way down to the manhole, so that's definitely an improvement. Let's give it one more go with the machine and we'll see if we can get it a little bit better than that.
Yeah, it's almost like concrete or something. Yeah. It could just be lime scales been there years and years. Yeah. But the thing is, the bottom of that pipe's cast as well, so it could be a bit of like corrosion in there as well as made it rock hard, but yeah, I've cut most of it out. There's still a little bit left in there, so I'm hoping I can... It'll probably look better though, because it's gone, isn't it? Yeah, well, how it is now should stop it blocking, but I'll try and get some more of it out anyway, because...
Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's actually wearing the blade on the end of this machine. Can you see just on the tips where it's gone shiny and the metal's gone a little bit thinner? Okay, it's not perfect, but it's 100% better than it was. Now, I did have another go with this machine, and I was just struggling to get it to knock that last bit off. Now, I don't think it's going to block because of that, and this site are going to start having their drain serviced a bit more regular, so next time we come here, we'll jet it from the manhole and see if we can get it off with the jetter now we've taken off the big lump. But for now, that's going to do the job, that's going to stop the blockages. The next job is to put the cap back on, and we can put this little access panel back on as well, and then it's just a case of a good clean up in here, because it's made a bit of a mess, that machine.
I bought one of those like red velvet or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the one drawback to this machine, is when that cable's spinning, anything that's on the cable, it will flick it absolutely everywhere, and there's not really a lot you can do about it. Obviously I'm going to give it a good clean up, disinfectant, all that kind of stuff, and make it a bit tidier.
Don't blame her, it's the way to do it, isn't it?
Take that sweeping brush because our floor is dreadful.
Right, so I've spent enough time at that place, so let's go clear a sewage blockage at a distribution centre for a well-known, I'm going to say department store, is that what they are? But yeah, they've got a sewage blockage and it's flooded their corridor and right through their building. So let's go take a look and see what we can do about it. Right, block toilets.
Yeah.
I know I've got to jet this one, so first thing I'm going to do is connect my jetter to the tap on their wash bay. Which was easier said than done because that valve there is broken and doesn't turn off, it just spins. Right, the jetter's full, so let's get the tap switched. Still on. I feel like they've had this problem before, because someone's gone through the effort to write gents on the top of the manhole cover, and it's the gents toilet that's affected. Now that carpet I've just walked across is absolutely saturated, apparently all this room is flooded, and all the toilets are overfilling. So they've actually isolated the water to that toilet because the cistern kept overrunning and was contributing to the flooding, as well as the urinals flushing and also contributing to it. So I'm just going to keep flushing these toilets until they start filling up so we can get a nice head of water on the blockage. I also found their long distance plunger, which was interesting. Right, there's only one thing we can do, and that's to get the manhole up, and we are going to jet in towards the building. Now, these covers are quite handy because they've got these little plastic handles built into them, so you don't need no manhole keys. And we got this massive cover for this tiny little hole in the bottom. So the bit where the water is coming from is the branch from our toilet, which is just on the other side of that wall. Usual thing on a blockage, I am going to go with 2000 PS up. And that'd be the cause of our blockage. I didn't catch it quick enough, but that was a nice big lump of limescale. So I'm just going to get our little gully grabs in there, and I'm just going to take out as much of the loose scout as I can get out. So now I'm going to leave the gully grabs in the downstream of the manhole and put the jetter back on, and hopefully the gully grabs will stop too much of that scale going on down the line. So there's definitely plenty of scow in this line, so that's definitely their problem. Okay, so I'm just going to pump some water down the drain now, and this will wash all the looser small bits of scale down into the main line, and from there everything should wash it down through, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm just going to run some water down everything else inside, because when you jet, sometimes it pulls a vacuum on the pipe and can cause internal drain smells. Okay, so I've got a nice little pile of limescale up here that I'm just going to chuck in this bucket for now. Now, I'm suspecting that this isn't all of it, so hopefully we can come back to the Warthog and the camera and get that pipe absolutely spotless to stop it blocking up again, because I've got the impression this is an ongoing thing on this site, so it's nice to have an idea of what the cause is. Okay, so it doesn't come across very well in the video, but the bottom of that chamber is also very heavily scaled. Now I'm suspecting the downstreams like it as well, so what I'm thinking of doing is recommending a camera survey, and with the intentions of doing a descale, and we'll bring the Warthog back as well and give it a good jet through and make sure everything's all clear and running. So I thought I was done for the day, and then the job come in to go over to Wales, meet one of our tankers and clear up an oil spill. So this is the mess we've got to clean up. Now obviously they've put granules down to contain it, but yeah, obviously it needs to come up off the floor before anyone drives through it. So we're going to start by getting up all the loose granules off the top, and we can see just how bad it is underneath.
How bad is that?
So this is the granules that we've sucked up. I've tipped them on that board and we're going to suck them up the tanker and it can get disposed of with everything else.
Around the corner, somebody just took me to the cemetery.
Oh, up that way?
Yeah, on the housing estate.
Got a little bit of water on.
A little bit. If I get some stuff on there, rub it in.
Yeah.
Get rid of the land.
Just get some more. Don't know where you're going to get it from.
Somewhere in there. Put parts in there or something, kind of garnish, start it, turn it on.
Wood. I'm on with that shrub handle. Cut the board off.
Must admit, I don't know what gaming you can do.
Like you. Just put a little bit on there.
Okay, so I'm going to pour some TFR over this and then we're going to brush it in, let it soak in a bit and then wash it all down and suck it up in the tanker.
Come down too far.
I lost a bolt out of the brush, that's annoying.
So it's definitely time to get a new brush because this one's seen better days. You used to be able to extend the handle and you can't do that anymore. And I just lost the bolt at the bottom as well.
Brush.
In fact, I stopped editing this video for a little bit and I've actually just been to Proper Job and brought a brand new brush because I'm definitely due one.
I don't think that's going to be too bad actually.
It's just this bit here is got on the bottom.
The nut off the other side of that bolt. The bolt goes up through the bottom and the nut goes through there.
So with that TFR all soaked in, we're going to put the lance on and we're going to give it a good clean up now. And we're going to suck it up the vacuum. So I put the cones down to try and trap it a bit, and turns out it didn't work out very well, so we're going to suck it here before it runs on down the hill. So it was about this point when I realised I'm doing it the hard way and I've got a squeegee in the van. So I swapped for the squeegee because the brush was, let's be honest, a little bit useless. Now it's also started raining, which is actually helping us out a bit because it's washing everything down just that little bit extra. Okay, so you might be thinking, why are we sending a 6,000 gallon Arctic to clear up this spill? Okay, so the first thing is I've been told off by the office, apparently I'm not allowed to call it gallons anymore. We've got to be more modern and it's litres. So it's approximately 27,000 litres, plus a bit. But yeah, we sent this truck because we didn't really get too much details about this spill. Now, we weren't sure if it spilled down into an interceptor or gullies or anything like that. And this truck was available, so we thought we'll send this truck, and then if we need the capacity because it's filled up an interceptor of oil or something, then we can empty it. But it turns out we didn't actually end up needing it, but this was also the first truck available, so it made sense. So we're going to suck the granules up as well, and they'll be disposed with the waste. So after a bit of a final wash down, which sorry I didn't film, I'm going to wrap the hoses up and I will show you the finished results. So this cleaned up better than I thought it was going to, and to be honest, you can't really even tell that it was there, so I'm quite happy with this. So that was us done. It's a Friday and the weather's pretty horrible, so I'm going to head home. And of course, on a Friday afternoon, right on rush hour, there's going to be traffic because I'm driving home from Wales to Bristol, so it was an absolute nightmare. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you could leave a comment as well, I like replying back to them. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible, so every single one of you counts. The options there as well. I know not everyone wants to spend money, so you don't have to. But the options there, that if you want to become a channel member, you can. I've got a couple of little behind the scenes videos. Don't worry, I'm not gonna put blockages on there. I'd say this channel, if there's a blockage, that blockage is on the channel. But yeah, if you want to become a member, you can see 3 videos earlier that haven't quite been released yet. But if you don't want to, don't worry, and say I just appreciate you subscribing. So once again, thank you.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.